Welcome back, everybody. This lecture, we're going to be talking about narcissists using different various tactics to entrap someone. And this is a pretty serious one. Many of you may not think about this, or it may not pass. You may not flirt with the notion, at least, of thinking about this particular method that they would use to control and trap you, at least. And this is from knowingly spreading an STD to you, right? And then presuming or going along with the assumption that they didn't know that they had it. Okay, I've been hearing about this a lot of times. This seems to be kind of becoming I won't say an epidemic, but a frequent thing where these narcissistic type of individuals, will get with someone in a relationship and so forth. And a particular one that I've heard more than one time commonly used in this way is them having the herpes simplex virus, and them not knowing, or them knowing that they have it, but not telling the person that they're getting with or engaging with that they do. Now, of course, many of you may think that if someone has herpes, then you're going to definitely see symptoms, signs, so forth and so on. That's not necessarily true. From what I've heard from doctors, someone can be carrying it and do not know, but is high. They're still able to transmit that disease off to someone else without any symptoms or anything like that. So that's one of them. And one of the things that I've heard more than once now is that these individuals will go through the love bombing stage, all of that, the whole nine, and then will proceed to engage in sexual relations with that person, right? They're having sex, the whole nine. The person is into them, so forth, so on. And they will pretend as though they got a routine checkup. And I'm giving you, I'm paraphrasing this because this was, came from, a client that gave me, permission to go ahead and tell the story. But, of course, keeping a lot of things discreet as far as their identity and specifics. But I felt that it was important to share this because I have heard of this more than once. But anyway, after a certain point of time, now they've maybe been together, for a little while, and then they tell them, hey, they went for their checkup and they have the herpes virus. Now the person is like shocked, devastated, their mind is blown. They don't know what to do. And the narcissist begins to comfort and tell them, look, it's going to be okay. We're going to be together. I'm not going to just abandon you, so forth and so on. Now, whole time, the narcissist knew that they had this disease, this virus. But they know that by, infecting someone else, but being that person of support, and they both have the virus, they know that the chances of that person going to someone else is slim. And because of this, the way that a lot of them are doing this, because, narcissists are very reckless when it comes to their bodies, sex, and stuff like that. They're more prone to contracting an STD than normal people. They're very reckless with, when it comes to sex and stuff. And so, in this situation, the person is faced with a dilemma because the narcissist starts saying, look, you're going to have a hard time moving on to get somebody else. And who's going to accept you with this? Because this is for the rest of your life, so forth and so on. Nobody's going to want to be with you. You might as well stay here. And so they convince the supply that they're better off with them. And with that, you have to understand the psychological devastation upon the person who comes into that realization, getting that news of something like that. They're devastated. They're blown. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn. A lot of them aren't going to want to even speak out, embarrassed, so forth and so on. So the narcissist has them right where they want them. They've basically used that, and the thing that they'll say, they didn't know that they had it. But whole time, again, they did know. They did know. They'll deny. Okay? Which we know this is a crime if you're knowingly passing on a virus that is incurable. That's a crime. It's premeditated. But this is why they say they had no idea. They were unaware. And it makes it seem like it was an innocent type of thing by happenstance. But hey, look, we can still be together. This doesn't have to end, be the end all be all. This doesn't have to be the end of the ride. And of course, in that situation, if the victim is believing the narcissist, they're more prone to stay together with them because it's like, well, hell, who am I going to end up being able to be in a regular relationship with anyway? But this person is still willing to be with me. Not knowing they were trapped. This was premeditated. So I want you to all think about this. This does go on. This isn't just, this happens for real. For real in life. So I want y'all to take heed, to understand that this is not something that I want you to take lightly. In other words, these individuals are running around, using this tactic, not letting people know, not making people aware. Because hell, the narcissist is careless, reckless. They lack good judgment skills. And for them, the way they feel, if they got it, they want to give it to someone else too. But they know how to finesse it to where it would appear as though they were totally oblivious to what was going on. And that's a big thing that you have to take into consideration, because if you are, engaging with someone and you're really liking them and stuff like that, hell, they can go get an STD, the basic, chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV. That may pop up negative. And so a lot of you may think, oh, okay, those major ones are gone. The one that slips through a lot of people's minds is the herpes, because we think that is more of a visual, you can see that type of thing. No, not always. In fact, a lot of people are asymptomatic and don't show any signs. Right? So you're not going to see lesions or anything like that. And hell, they can show you tests. So they're clear for HIV. They're clear for syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all those other ones. And you'll go thinking, well, if they're clean that way, then they're probably clean all the way around. No. you'll be made a big mistake. Because that, the herpes is on the rise. It's very prevalent now. So I just wanted to, more or less pass this message on, sharing other people's experiences that can possibly help make you all more aware and conscientious about what types of things are going on out there, so that you can better protect yourself. You can better guard yourself from individuals like that. When you go to get tested, man, and you're dealing with someone you think you want to really be with, get a full panel. You're going to spend some bread. You're going to spend about close to $400 for a full panel testing. But that $400 will be worth your while. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to your life and your health. Get that full P. Get that full panel. You'll have peace of mind. And you don't have to worry about that particular game of entrapment that someone who is reckless and don't care about life or the lives of anyone else that may be using that. So definitely, I wanted to pass that on. I hope this resonates with you all. Hopes it give you further insight and awareness. All right. Click that like button. Subscribe. Those of you new to the channel, make sure you're hitting the subscribe and the notification bell once you do hit the subscribe button. Share these videos, man. People, can benefit from this knowledge. And if you're needing a one-on-one consultation, click the link in the description box. Leave me a message and email. I'll get back to you and send you the availability times and all of that stuff. Till next time, everybody, enjoy yourself. Stay safe out there. Have a good one.